Hey guys, Immersed here. Welcome to Temple of Jade Serpent on a Frost Mage. So basically, again, just going to talk about what has changed on a Frost Mage, what's different on them, their rotations, and all that good jazz. Alright, so basically, let's get started. First off, let's see our core abilities. Frostbolt, primary damage spell, but this has also changed a little bit. And how it has changed is basically also causes the target to take an additional 8% damage from your Frostbolt and Ice Lance and your Water Elementals Waterbolt, stacking up to 3 times. And if basically I need to heal my Water Elemental, I can now. I just use Frostbolt on it like this. So that's pretty cool. And we have our Frost Firebolt, used when Brain Freeze occurs. Frozen Orb. Launches a Frozen Orb forward from the Mage's position, releasing Frost Bolts that deal 5,000 Frost damage to all nearby targets for 10 seconds. Grants 1 Fingers of Frost when it hits first reach of target. So let's cast that now. Okay, we'll do this. And we're going to get 1. I'm going to deep freeze the target, and I would have just continued to Frostbolt it there. So these are the Fingers of Frost. Here's my 2 charges. And basically what that does is your next Ice Lance or deep freeze acts as if the target were frozen, and Ice Lance deals 25 more damage. And again, sorry for the lag, guys. It's it's a beta. I'm also uploading videos right now. Alright, so just gonna basically open my Frostbolt, and we'll get into the rotation on the first boss as we always do. But basically, the state of Frost Mages, they are extremely different from the original Frost Mages, as in the ones on live right now. They have a lot more They got a lot more in-depth rotation, I guess you could say. And I'll get into that just as we pull this boss here. But overall, I'm very happy with them. I am very anxious to learn it completely. This is my first dungeon on a Frost Mage on Pandaria Beta. Alright, so basically let's talk about the rotation. First and foremost, you have something called Frost Bomb. And what Frost Bomb does is place a Frost Bomb on the target. After 4.50 seconds, the bomb explodes, dealing 24,000 Frost damage to the primary target and 12,000 Frost damage to all other targets within 10 yards. All affected targets are slowed by 70% for 2 seconds. Frost Bomb's countdown and cooldown are reduced by haste. So we're going to put that on the target. We're going to get our Frozen Orb out there. Get our Fingers of Frost up there. Catch the target in a deep freeze. And basically anytime Frostfire procs, we're going to use it. And anytime we can, we're going to use also Ice Lance. So right there, 31,000 crit on Ice Lance. Now, as a Frost Mage, it's very good to have people frozen. That's why I'm going to put Ice Ward on my tank. And what that'll do is when he gets hit, any target around him will be frozen. So that's very, very good. So again, my Frostfire Orb just proc there. My Frostfire Bolt, rather, just proc there. And we'll go into my glyphs. I have Cone of Cold. Increase the damage done by Cone of Cold by 200%. Your Deep Freeze spell is no longer on the global cooldown, which is very, very good. And my Polymorph removes all the dots on the target and just my personal aesthetic glyphs. So catch him in Deep Freeze again. We're going to Ice Lance him 1 or 2 times here. Get some crits out there. And right there, as you can see, my Frostbolt slowed him by 50% and increased some damage. So that's very, very good. Okay, on the next mob, we're gonna basically do our single target rotation, which is, like I said earlier, we're gonna open up with a Frost Bomb, like this. We are then going to put a Frozen Orb out there, which grants us 1 figure. We're going to deep freeze the target. My Brain Freeze is proc, and a increased damage Ice Lance, so we're gonna pop that out there. Gonna AoE him. These guys last pretty short, so I'm going to go into the AoE basically rotation when we get onto the next mobs just up ahead. So again, I do have Scorch for situations just like this. I never want to be crippled by not being able to attack and being a mage is very imperative, basically, that you need to have something to attack on the go, because so many fights require you to move. So right here I'm going to pop my mirrors, I'm going to get my ice barrier up to help with damage intake, I'm going to get my icy veins out, and we're going to start hard casting on the boss for a little bit. We're going to get my frost bomb out there, my frozen orb, I'm going to get my deep freeze up, kill this, cast Frostfire Bolt, and just going to continue, going to blink away from that, continue to damage him, and that's it. So again, to go over it clearly, single target rotation consists of Frost Bomb, get your Frozen Orb out there for a free Fingers of Frost. Anytime you have Fingers of Frost, use either Deep Freeze, keep that on cooldown, Ice Lance when you can, and Frostfire Orb when it procs, and just fill with Frostbolt. And if, when Pandaria comes out and you guys don't know what to do, just go to here and go to Core Abilities, and right here it tells you what you should use as the spec you've chosen. So let's see what has changed. Basically, a lot of old talents have become specialization spells. Arcane has a new resource, I went over that in my Arcane video. Magic damage, I also went over that in my Arcane video. But basically this just removes increased fire damage for fire, and Arcane for Arcane, and Frost for Frost. So basically this is my AoE rotation. I'm going to open up with Frost Bomb, get my Frozen Orb out there. I am going to use Flame Strike, and going to use Blizzard, and there you go. And once Blizzard is done, if they haven't really been hit much, I will open up with another Frost Bomb and another Flame Strike, followed up by another Blizzard, but they died very quickly. So again, Frost Bomb, my Frozen Orb is on cooldown, so I'm going to open up with a Flame Strike, get my Blizzard in there, I'm going to get that so people can take increased crit. I'm going to cast my Freeze on my Water Elemental so they take increased crit. Get my Fingers of Frost out there, go right back into Flame Strike, but considering there's only one target left, you can just go back to single target. So he's gonna pull everybody here, and that is just fine by me. And there you have it, look at those numbers. Everyone is basically dead. And considering one guy left, we'll finish it with a Frostfire instant cast. So we're going to open up with a Frost Bomb once again. My Frostfire Bolt proc, so I'm going to use that, so 38,000 crit. Get my Water Elemental's Freeze out there for 2 Fingers of Frost. So I use my Deep Freeze on the target. It is frozen, so I'm going to get a Frost Bolt, and a Ice Lance out there. Okay, so once again I will be acting as AoE on this fight.
If I am not mistaken, it appears that the tale of Zhao Sunseeker.
I'm going to put Ice Ward on my target, on my tank, and what that does is place an Ice Ward on a friendly target. When an enemy strikes the target, all enemies within 10 yards will become frozen in place for 5 seconds. One charge lasts 30 seconds, so there it is right there.
Great wildfires. Crops wilted, villages burned, and families wandered endlessly to seek refuge from the flames.
Okay, so open up with my Frost Bomb. Get my Frozen Orb out there. Next, get a Flame Strike. Throw down a Blizzard. So I'm going to open up single target on the far right one now. And just completely annihilate it. Freeze the target in place because he's after me just to help the tank. Freeze it with Deep Freeze. Continuous cast on it with my Frostbolt, get 2 very big crits in there. always try and keep your frost bomb up. And I am actually recording this live. I'm actually playing and commenting at the same time right now, so excuse if I seem a little distracted.
All of you.
Okay, so on the boss, I'm going to use my mirror image. Icy Veins, I'm going to use my water elementals, freeze to get 2 charges, hit him with a deep freeze, continuously cast, get my frost bomb up there, my frozen orb, and just fill with frostbolt, and that's basically how you do it on a frost mage.
Was a true champion of our people. How sad it is to see his story tainted by the Shah. I am relieved to see justice served to his memory. You have my thanks, hero.
Now there are a few other glyphs you can get. You can get Water Elemental. I would highly recommend this if you're a PvPer. Increase the health of your Water Elemental by 40% and allows it to cast while moving, when in assist mode and in combat. Commanding your Water Elemental to follow will cause it to stay near you and auto-cast Water Bolt when your target is in range instead of chasing your target. So they can't really single out your Water Elemental anymore. So once again, AoE, Frost Bomb, Frozen Orb, Flame Strike. He moved. Then just get a freeze in there to get extra crits. And once my blizzard's on, I'm going to get another frost bomb in there. And once that's done, you're going to see a lot of damage right here. 18,000, 18,000, 18,000. So I see there's only one guy left. I'm going to use my instant frostfire on it. Very, very fun class. And spec. Okay, and that was a good AoE rotation. Just to finish off, getting a freeze in there. And right after my blizzard, get my frost bomb back up. And basically, the frost bomb is controlled by haste, so if you have a lot of haste, the cooldown of it, the time it takes to tick, will be a lot less.
Your forces are weak.
And we're gonna move so we don't pull. Gotta keep everything I can up on the target. Anytime my Water Elementals freezes up, I'm going to use it to get a charge. I'm not going to stand in that stuff. And Frost Bomb does have a 9-second cooldown, so you can't spam it continuously on mobs, unfortunately. Actually, now that I see it, Deep Freeze no longer does what it used to do, that it basically did massive damage to people who were immune to stuns. It no longer does that, so Deep Freeze should not be part of your boss rotation. It should basically be part of your, you know, PvP would be great in, and single target that can be stunned would be great. You can annihilate them very, very quickly, but I would not use it in a boss situation. Because Deep Freeze no longer is solely just for Frost, it's for every class of Mage. So right here I use it because I can stun him, as you can see up here. And again, just reminding everyone, this is my very first time running Frost in a dungeon on Missipendaria Beta. And because there's no global cooldown on my Deep Freeze, I can get a lot more attacks in. Alright, sorry about that guys, welcome back. For some reason the tank didn't know there was a boss and he tried to chain pull. And we ended up wiping, and we're basically here to give it another shot. So I'm going to open up with Time Warp, get my mirrors out there, use Icy Veins, get a charge of Fingers of Frost, get my Frost Bomb out there, Frozen Orb after that, and just fill with my Frostbolt until things start proccing, like my Ice Lance, 25 additional damage. Get my Frost Fires out there. Alright, gonna stack now. Gonna put my Frost Bomb on target. Okay, a few people don't know the fight in here. Alright, getting right back on the boss. Okay, reapplying my Frost Bomb right now. Get my Frostfire Bolt out there as soon as it procs. And I'm actually going to hold my Frozen Orb until we go into the Shadow Phase just for the additional AoE. So putting Flame Strike right on the tank, Frost Bomb out, getting my Frozen Orb out, and using Blizzard to finish them off. Okay, and getting right back on the boss, hopefully to finish him off this time. And every 9 seconds, just reapply your Frost Bomb. And finishing him off just before he goes back into the Shadow Phase. There it is. This concludes the Mage class on our comparison series for Missipendaria in Temple of the Jade Serpent. I hope you guys like it. I had a lot of fun running it for you. If you did like it, subscribe, like, and comment. It would greatly help me. Thank you very much, and as always, happy hunting.